Now, once that we have our general business posting groups and our general product posting groups, we have to start combining them and to each combination link the appropriate GL accounts. Think of my simple example in which I've combined hardware and software with government and private. Let's have a look at how we can do this. So this is something that we do in the general posting setup, and the posting setup is a matrix that combines, like I just said, the business and product posting groups to determine the GL accounts used for posting. So we have sales GL accounts, purchase GL accounts, but also prepayment, discount GL accounts, and so on. So let's have a look at how this can be done in the application. So here in the application, I will go to the general posting setup. And here you can see how this is done. So again, in my simple example, I linked hardware, software with government and private. Because Cronus is using a little bit more posting groups, you can of course see quite a lot of different combinations here. And because literally each combination can be a possible one. So how can we read this? For example, if we take this line, you can see here that if we're selling to if we're selling to a domestic customer, for example, a retail item, then it will be posted to the sales account 6110. If we're selling the same item to an EU customer, then you will see that the sales is posted to 6120. You see, so we can use different sales accounts based on the business, so based on the customer, for example. If we are selling to the same domestic customer, let's say a service, then it's posted to 6410. So here you can see the sales account changing based on the product. You see, and that's the flexibility, of course, that we have when using a combination of two different posting groups. You can use different GL accounts based on the business or the product posting group. Now, the most important, or let's say the most used account, important is maybe the wrong word. The most used accounts are, of course, first of all, the sales accounts, so sales and sales credit memo, and then here purchase and purchase credit memo, which is used, for example, to post the purchase cost of an item. But besides these accounts, you can also see discount accounts, line discount, invoice discount. They're the payment tolerance accounts that you can set up. And then also very important, if you scroll to the right, you can see the accounts the system is using for the inventory valuation. So for example, the cost of goods sold account, the inventory adjustment account, and so on. So these are also accounts that you need when working with items. So when you're running the inventory valuation, the system will post to these accounts. And when you're selling items, for example, it will post to the cost of goods sold account. So also these accounts are very important in the general posting setup. Now, when you have created a new general business posting group and or a new general product posting group, you need to combine them as we just saw in the general posting setup. Now, in some cases, you have to assign quite a lot of GL accounts, and that's why a copy function could be quite interesting. Let's have a look. So I've created a new general product posting group, consulting. And of course, before I can use consulting, I will need to make the combination with all the existing general business posting groups. So just as I've done for domestic services, domestic retail, I will now need to do for consulting. Now, how can we do this? Well, first of all, we have to click on New. And then you will see that a card opens in which I will have to specify the combination. So now I can say that first of all, I would like to combine my new general product posting group with domestic. So here we'll choose the product posting group, consulting. There we go. And now, like I just said, it's a matter of assigning the correct GL accounts. So which sales account do we want to use, which purchase account, and so on. And you can see, as we already could tell by looking at the overview, there are quite a lot of GL accounts that we might have to assign. We can of course start entering now then manually. So I can enter manually the sales account, the credit memo account, and so on. But in a lot of cases, you will see that you might want to use, maybe not all of them, but most of the GL accounts similar to other combinations. So for example, in this case, I would like to use the same accounts as domestic service. And that's something I can do with the copy function. So once that you have created the combination, you can go to copy. And then you can specify from which combination you want to copy. So I can enter now domestic, and I can enter now services. Next, I can specify if I would like to copy all fields or selected fields. If you click on selected fields, you can select the fields you want to copy. In this case, I will stick with all fields. And then you can specify whether to copy from the sales accounts, purchase, inventory, and manufacturing accounts. So next I will click on OK. Yes. And now you see everything is entered automatically. You see, so that could help you quite a lot because now most of the accounts have been entered, and now I can make changes. For example, I do not want to post on the same sales account, but let's say another sales account. Let's take this one, doesn't really matter which one. You see, so that's the ID. So first copy everything so that most of the accounts are entered automatically, and then change manually what you would like. So that's the most efficient way to set up the general posting combinations in the general posting setup. You can now go to the practice of this lesson and try to use the copy function yourself.